Damon Zahariades. The Art of Saying No is a practical guide to help people break free from the habit of saying yes to everything and everyone. The book centers on the power and benefits of learning to say no without guilt or discomfort. Zahariades provides readers with actionable advice to reclaim their time, energy, and priorities, ultimately leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. His insights aim to counteract the societal pressure and personal fears that often make people feel obligated to agree to others' requests. Understanding the problem: why we struggle with saying no. Zahariades opens by addressing why so many people have a hard time saying no. Common reasons include a fear of rejection, a desire to avoid conflict, and the need to be seen as helpful or generous. The book emphasizes that these tendencies often stem from a desire for approval and social acceptance, which can lead people to compromise their own needs to please others. Zahariades suggests that these behaviors can become harmful over time, leading to burnout, resentment, and stress. He discusses the impact of being a people pleaser and the toll it takes on one's mental and physical health. By constantly saying yes, people often overcommit themselves, lose control over their own schedules, and allow others to dictate how they spend their time. Zahariades encourages readers to recognize that while it's natural to want to help others, it's equally important to set boundaries. The benefits of saying no. The author goes on to highlight the numerous benefits of learning to say no. According to Zahariades, saying no can lead to more freedom, reduced stress, and greater personal productivity. By saying no to tasks that don't align with one's goals, individuals can focus on their own priorities and interests. This empowerment creates a sense of control and autonomy, which can improve self-confidence and emotional well-being. Zahariades also stresses that setting boundaries with others isn't selfish. Rather, it's a sign of self-respect and a way to ensure that one's time and energy are being used meaningfully. He explains that people who are comfortable saying no often feel less resentful and more positive about the commitments they choose to undertake. This is because they're engaged in activities that genuinely interest them, rather than feeling obligated to fulfill others' expectations. Why saying no feels difficult. Zahariades identifies several reasons why saying no is challenging. First, there's the fear of disappointing others, particularly family, friends, or colleagues. Many people worry that saying no might damage their relationships or result in disapproval. Secondly, people often feel guilty when turning down requests, as though they're being selfish or neglecting their responsibilities. Zahariades argues that this guilt is rooted in misconceptions about what it means to help others. Moreover, societal expectations play a role. Many cultures place a high value on selflessness, making people feel obligated to put others' needs ahead of their own. Zahariades emphasizes that while helping others is commendable, it shouldn't come at the expense of one's well-being. He explains that it's possible to care for others without sacrificing one's own goals and happiness. Building confidence to say no. To overcome the discomfort associated with saying no, Zahariades recommends focusing on one's core values and priorities. He advises readers to ask themselves what truly matters to them and to use these values as a guide for making decisions. By aligning responses with personal values, it becomes easier to reject requests that don't contribute to one's goals. Zahariades also suggests practicing assertiveness, which involves expressing one's needs and preferences confidently and respectfully. Assertiveness is a skill that can be developed through practice, and it helps individuals communicate their boundaries clearly. The author emphasizes that assertiveness is not aggression. Rather, it's a way to stand up for oneself while maintaining respect for others. Practical strategies for saying no. Zahariades provides a range of practical strategies for saying no effectively. One of his key recommendations is to avoid giving long-winded explanations or excuses. He explains that people often feel the need to justify their decision to say no, which can make them appear uncertain or even invite further persuasion. Instead, he suggests offering a simple, clear, and polite response without over-explaining. Another strategy Zahariades recommends is the sandwich technique, where one couches the no between two positive statements. For example, one might say, "I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit to this right now. I hope we can work together on something in the future." This approach softens the no and helps maintain a positive tone. The author also encourages readers to practice delayed responses. When someone asks for a favor, rather than agreeing immediately, Zahariades suggests responding with, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This gives time to evaluate whether the request aligns with one's priorities and allows for a more thoughtful decision. Lastly, Zahariades offers advice on dealing with persistent people who refuse to accept a no. In these cases, he suggests being firm and reiterating one's refusal as necessary. By setting boundaries and being consistent, one can eventually discourage others from pushing too hard. Overcoming guilt and reframing mindset. A significant portion of the art of saying no is dedicated to helping readers overcome the guilt often associated with turning down requests. Zahariades argues that guilt is often a misplaced emotion rooted in the fear of appearing selfish. He challenges readers to redefine what it means to be helpful and emphasizes that it's possible to be a kind, caring person without sacrificing one's own well-being. The author also suggests reframing the concept of no as an act of self-care. By saying no to certain requests, individuals are essentially saying yes to themselves. This shift in perspective can help alleviate guilt and foster a healthier relationship with boundaries. Implementing no in different areas of life. Zahariades discusses how to apply the art of saying no in various settings, including work, family, and social situations. In the workplace, he advises against taking on extra responsibilities that aren't part of one's role, as overcommitting can lead to burnout and reduce productivity. He encourages readers to communicate openly with colleagues and supervisors about their workload and capacity. In family and social situations, Zahariades explains that setting boundaries can be challenging, as relationships with close friends and family often carry additional emotional weight. However, he maintains that honesty and assertiveness are essential to maintaining healthy, balanced relationships. By establishing clear boundaries and being consistent, people can create an environment of mutual respect. Final thoughts: embracing the power of no. Zahariades concludes by encouraging readers to view no as a tool for taking control of their lives. He emphasizes that saying no is not a rejection of others, but a commitment to oneself. By learning to say no confidently and without guilt, individuals can achieve a better balance in life, reduce stress, and focus on the things that genuinely matter to them. The Art of Saying No empowers readers to make more intentional choices and prioritize their own well-being. Zahariades' practical strategies and insights offer a way to break free from people-pleasing habits and build a life that aligns with one's values. Ultimately, the book teaches that saying no isn't about being selfish. It's about creating space for a healthier, more fulfilling life.